What's up, guys? Earth first, space later. Because our world is more important than Never Never Land. Just wanted to trigger some more people, talk to some more people, wait to see how many more people hate me for talking about this stuff. Whatever. Had a guy really giving me some hell about meteors earlier and what meteors are, and that they come from outer space, and they have to come from outer space because they have to reach a speed that is greater than terminal velocity that you can achieve here on Earth in our atmosphere due to our atmosphere and the drag that it creates. So, eventually stopping the acceleration that gravity would dictate, when you have no atmosphere. He never answered my question that if a meteorite, whatever that is, falling from the sky, what if that could be a piece of the dome or something like that, so high up that it was already falling through almost a zero atmosphere place and was able to accelerate past what we think our acceleration is. So, but that's neither here nor there. My question is, can anybody tell me a meteor that's coming into our atmosphere? It's coming from a vacuum. Okay? So, never mind the question of how high the dome is. If there was a dome, how high is it? We don't know. And whether a piece of the dome may be breaking off from that high up in a basically zero atmosphere could gain speeds above what we would actually think terminal velocity is, and we're attributing that to being coming from outer space. Here's my question, guys. So here's my question: does a meteor coming from outer space from a vacuum and no atmosphere coming into our atmosphere, which we are spinning at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, and our atmosphere rotates with us like Velcro. Everything in it rotates geocentrically synchronized, so that we cannot do anything to be able to tell that the Earth is rotating. At what point does the meteor coming from outer space, from a non-atmosphere into our atmosphere, acclimate to our atmosphere and rotate with the Earth, so that we have never been able to use meteors falling from the sky as a way to prove that the Earth rotates? Does the meteor move separately from the atmosphere once it comes into the atmosphere? This is the question I would like you guys to chime in on, because you also have to remember there's another thing here. Not only is the meteor coming in from outer space into our atmosphere while we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, we're also going around the sun at 66,600 miles an hour. We're moving that way too, another direction. Is the meteor curving with space and time so that it doesn't miss the Earth, or do we actually have scientific instrumentation that could allow us to track a meteor curving through space and time from outer space, coming into a ball that's rotating 1,000 miles an hour while flying around the sun 66,600 miles an hour, and actually make a prediction like like the movie. I can't remember the name of the movie with Morgan Freeman, where the meteor comes in and we have the asteroid impact and everybody on Earth dies. Deep Impact. So, do we have the technology? This is my question. Do we have the technology to track asteroids coming through outer space in a vacuum while they're curving around space and time and all the things that they travel past and all that, going to hit the Earth while it's spinning, rotating, flying through space on a big elliptical orbit around the sun? We can actually pinpoint this. I know that the haters are going to get on here and say you absolutely can. Please demonstrate this scientifically. We have to understand, guys, that when we tried to figure all this out, hundreds and thousands of years ago, that we didn't do it correctly. Dr. Haley, when he was trying to figure out these things, his predictions, he forgot to account. He was trying to take measurements from one side of the Earth to the other, but he couldn't be on both sides of the Earth, could he? Nope. He had to wait 12 hours, assuming that he was going to be on the other side of the Earth 12 hours later. He didn't take into account the fact that the Earth was rotating, moving around the sun at 66,000 miles an hour, and where it would be in space at that time versus where it was 12 hours earlier. He was only using the axis of rotation for 12 hours. Guys, the sky is a perfect clock. You look up at it and it doesn't lie to you. How could you track an asteroid or a meteor coming in with all these different directions? Please show me the curve and the formula for doing that, and all of the things in space that would have the variables. I don't see how you could do it. So hashtag flatten the curve. It's all over the news. Donald Trump is saying it. All the governors are saying it. Everybody's saying hashtag flatten the curve. I agree. Let's flatten the curve. Earth first, space later. Peace.